In today's video, we are going to explore on making inferences. So we are becoming detectives now of words and pictures. We are going to learn how to make inferences, that magical skill which helps you figure out what's not said but is meant. Ready? Let's get started. Okay, imagine this. You walk into a kitchen, you see a bowl of half eaten cereal, a steaming mug, and a note that says, "Gone to the store, I'll be back soon." You weren't there and you didn't see anyone, but your brain does a little quick jump. Someone was here recently and left in a hurry. That jump, that quiet leap from what you see to what you think is called an inference. Okay? I'll put it in a simple way. An inference is a smart guess you make by putting together two things. One is the clues you notice, and the second one, the things you already know. So it's like reading between the lines, connecting dots the writer or picture maker did not draw for you. Okay? And why should you care about it? Because life is full of unstated information. Authors want you to feel the mood, understand characters, or solve a mystery without them spoon feeding every detail, right? So, being able to make inferences makes you a better reader, which means you understand stories on a deeper level and you will become a smarter listener because you pick up feelings people don't say out loud, and a sharper thinker so you can solve problems using partial information. Okay? When you infer, you're not guessing randomly. You are using evidence. It's like being a scientist with books on conversation as your lab. Okay? Now, here is a simple four method step that works every time. I'll say the step, then we will do a quick example. Step one, notice the clues. Look for words, actions, pictures, or even silence. What details are visible? Step two, you have to use your background knowledge. What do you already know about people, places, feelings, or situations that connects with those clues? And step three, put clues plus knowledge together. You have to make a reasonable and logical prediction. Step four, you have to check it. Yes. You have to ask yourself, does this make sense? Is it supported by the clues? If yes, then it's a good inference. If not, you have to revise it. Okay? Let's try sentences here. Example, here is a sentence. Alex's hands trembled as he reached for the microphone. So the clues here are hands trembled, reaching for microphone, right? And the background knowledge, yes, people's hands tremble when nervous or scared. Microphone means public speaking or performance. So the inference here is Alex is nervous about speaking or performing. And yes, you have to check for it. Trembling plus mic, nervousness, which is logical. Got it? See, it's not complicated. Notice, connect, infer, and check. And remember, not all inferences are the same. The common types you will meet in stories and daily life. The first one is character feelings. That means inferring emotions. She smiled but did not speak. Maybe it means that she's shy or unsure, right? And if it is about character traits, inferring personality, like he helped the old woman with her bags, probably kind or helpful, and motives or intent, inferring reasons behind actions. He stayed late at office. Maybe he's working on a deadline or trying to impress, right? And predictions, of course, inferring what will happen next. Dark clouds gathered, which means you can expect the rain. Or sometimes theme or message, that means you have to infer the deeper lesson of a story. Two friends share everything. Maybe the theme is about friendship or generosity, right? Now, here is a passage. When Maya opened the door, the room smelled like fresh paint. Her shoes were covered with dry grass, and the calendar on the wall had today's date circled in red. And this is the simple response like someone painted the room today. Okay, and I'll tell you the detailed response. The fresh paint smell and the circle date suggest the painting happened today, right? And the grass on Maya's shoes could mean something like she came from outside. Maybe the painter worked quickly before noon. Okay, so the high scorer responses, the combination of fresh paint smell and a red circle on today's date indicate that a renovation project was scheduled and likely completed today. Maya's grass covered shoes imply she walked across the lawn or yard to get here. Perhaps she arrived directly from outside to check the finished room. Together, these clues suggest that the painting was planned event and Maya might be either the owner checking progress or someone who hurried over as soon as the work finished. Okay, let's move on to another example here. It's a dialogue. I'm fine, she whispered, juggling a coffee cup and a stack of bills. Her voice shook. The simple response here is she is not fine. And let me tell you a detailed response. Although she says she's fine, her shaking voice and being overwhelmed with bills suggest stress and worry. She probably can't afford something or is worried about money, and you have to look for the phrase I'm fine spoken in a whisper, coupled with a trembling voice and visible financial documents, if you could see in the picture, then which implies emotional strain and financial anxiety. The speaker's attempt to say I'm fine may be a defensive statement masking deeper fear or shame about money matters. Got it? So this shows conflict between what she wants others to think and her actual emotional state. Okay? Let's see this example. You can observe the picture here. A small bike leaning on a fence and a flattened soccer ball nearby and a folded bandage on the fence post. Okay? So the simple response could be like someone got hurt while playing, but when it comes to a detailed response, let me tell you what happened. The flattened soccer ball, if you just investigate that, and the band aid suggest an injury during a game, the bike may mean a child is involved, right? So the deflated ball beside a child sized bike and a bandage left on the fence hint at a recent outdoor accident. Perhaps a child fell from the bike or collided while playing soccer. The presence of the band-aid suggests a minor wound that was treated quickly, while the abandoned bike implies the child left the scene, perhaps to get help or go home. Got it? So now let's move on to see some of the common mistakes and how to avoid them. The first one is like you have to watch out for two big errors. Okay, guessing without evidence. No, that's bad. Okay. If the evidence is there, like he's carrying a designer bag and wearing a watch, he may have money or he might value fashion, right? Always name the clues that you have used and overstating with confidence. If you're telling, like, she definitely committed the crime, no, don't do that. She may have been involved because she was seen near the scene. Okay, however, we need more proof. This is how you need to state it. You have to be cautious when you are using the language like might, may, could, or suggest. Okay, and you can link to other skills like prediction, questioning, and visual literacy. Inferences connect to predicting what happens next, asking better questions, and understanding images. So, when students infer, they also improve comprehension strategies like monitoring understanding, asking what clues tell me this, and rereading to test their inference. Okay. So, if you want to write or speak like a high scorer, always pair your inference with textual evidence. You can use the sentence frame like I infer that so and so because you can give the clue and then another clue. Okay, I infer that the family is moving because the boxes in the living room are labeled kitchen and the sofa is wrapped in plastic. Okay, so here is the summary. It's a wrap up. Remember, an inference is your brain's best guess built from clues, plus what you already know. You have to use the four-step method: notice, know, put together, and check. Always support your inference with evidences and use cautious language like may, might, suggest. You have to practice with pictures, short paragraphs, dialogues, and remember, great readers don't just read words, they read between them to make inferences. That's all for today's sessions. Kindly like, share, and subscribe for more English tips. See you in the next video. Bye bye.